All right, thanks for joining me. Today, I wanted to remind you that we have an upcoming live class for our risk array class, which starts February 22nd. It's just in a handful of days. So by the time you're watching this, you just have a handful of days to register. And it's really focused on spreading out your risk and capital when it comes to trading options. So as we take a look at this class, I'm going to give you some insight and details. Basically, we'll probably go about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes per night. So that's on a Tuesday, February 22nd, again, 9:15, 9:20 Eastern time. So that's evening time. Markets will be closed and you'll be able to kind of focus and concentrate, ask questions directly. And you can go to our website at tradersfly.com, scroll down, hit the register button. It'll go through and take you to the Rise to Learn website, which is our paid website. And then you can go through the checkout process and go in and sign up, and then you'll get all the Zoom details and links there. So anyways, this whole class, it's really honed in and focused on risk arrays. Because see, what happens with a lot of people is they go in and they normally, like, let's say you're trying to trade Facebook. They go in and they might say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and sell a vertical spread on Facebook. So now I'll go in and, they calculate, how much money do I have? How much do I want to risk? So they'll go in and they say, okay, well, maybe I have $10,000 or $4,000 or $5,000. So they'll say, okay, well, I got maybe $7,000. I'll risk 4,000. I need 10 contracts. I'll go ahead and I'll send off that trade. So we'll go in, we'll pop that trade in and boom, and then that trade will be there. Now, unfortunately, what you're doing there is concentrating all of your risk at a single point in time that you're putting the trade on at a single strike price at so many days, and it becomes a little bit of a problem. So instead, what we want to start focusing in on is starting to spread our capital. So we'll talk also about kind of right here, capital positioning and how to really diversify our spread. So as we go in, and I might go in now and say, okay, well, I'll spread out some other things at a different strike point. So I'll go in and maybe send that order in. And then I might go in and submit another order over here. Okay, so I'm going to show you here how all this evolves very quickly, where, you could be spreading your risk in so many different spots, and how we build these things out accordingly. Now, I'm just doing this a little bit quick just to show you kind of the big difference between how most people do it and kind of what we're going to be getting you into. So that way you understand at least the basic premise to how all of this kind of works. So what you'll see here is now I'm getting filled on a couple of different spreads right here. So I've got some filled right here on April 14th. So I've got that going here. And then there's a few others here working. So we'll go in and kind of put that spread in as well. And we'll cancel and replace this order, push that order in a little bit quicker. There we go. And then we'll press this order in a little bit quicker. Okay. And then now what you'll see is I don't have everything allocated all in one spot. I've got some contracts over here at the 190. A 195, and I got some at the 185 and 190 spread at a different duration. And when you start combining them, you can see they're at different points, right? My area or my risk is now not all in one spot. It's actually in two spots. So I've got different capital outlays in different zones, and that helps diversify. If I get a downward problem, I got a diversification here happening. So anyways, this is really what we'll be covering. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. I've got some stuff on PowerPoint, but we'll also hop on screen so you can take a look at some of the slides here. We'll talk about, just looking at probability, statistical distribution, how to get started, how to pick a vehicle, choosing different durations, vertical spreads, iron condor risk arrays, how to build things step by step, orders, and much more. So there's a lot of stuff that we'll be covering when it comes to these risk arrays. So if you're interested in joining this class, again, it'll probably be about an hour and a half each night. Again, we're starting Tuesday because we've got, a holiday there a little bit earlier. So I'll give you guys a break. And this class will be a little shorter than some of my other classes because it'll only probably last 3 to 4 days instead of like a full 5 days. So we should be able to knock some of this out pretty quickly. And I think you guys will get it and really understand how to allocate capital to reduce your risk and manage that option trading risk. So join me, go to the rise to learn website.com, and then you can scroll down and then once you're there, hit the register button. You can also see the link in the description, probably right under this video, to be able to click it, and then you'll be able to sign up and register for the class. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you there in the live session. And like I said, just in a few days, so don't miss the registration. And you know, even if you can't attend live, just you can register and watch the recordings for the rest of your life. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.